Hello, everybody, and welcome to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're inside of Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School, and it is the new year 2020, and that means basketball is now in full swing here in January. And what a better way to get it started than with the first conference matchup of the year between the Harrisonville Wildcats and the Warrensburg Tigers. And Gary, the first thing I noticed rolling down the list of starters for both teams was
football.
Right, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, we'll get to it in a little bit, but one of the matchups I'm going to look forward to watching tonight is going to be Brody Rogers versus Cooper Berry, both all-state linemen. Cooper, I think, might have got one rung higher than Brody, and I don't know that I think Brody's probably got a point to prove tonight, and I'm going to be interested to watch.
You know, it's always fun to watch those athletes that come out of football and come into basketball that play each other in basketball, because there's always that rivalry, and it just turns it up a notch each sport that they go to the next one.
Absolutely. So tonight will be fun. A lot of these guys, obviously, they know each other well. They played each other twice in football already. They're going to play each other twice in basketball. So they're getting really familiar with one another here in the season. So we're going to take a timeout. Thank some of our great sponsors here on the 4Ts Broadcasting Network on YouTube and on YouTube and 4Ts.com.
I thought you were going to say ESPN.
So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4Ts crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Looking for a new modern-style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today. Buying a house is a full-time job in itself. Why not take the work out of finding your dream home? Go see Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage Realtors today. Locally owned and members of the community, American Heritage is sure to help you find everything you need in a new home. With insight to local schools, parks, and neighborhoods, they'll match you with everything you want for your dream home. So when the time comes to buy or sell, call American Heritage Realtors at 816-380-6161 or visit them today online at americanheritage-realtors.com.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only...
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a fourth-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Dominick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you're looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No! Give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Welcome back inside a Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School, Harrisonville, Missouri. The Harrisonville Wildcats, the Warrensburg Tigers in the MRVC West opener here in January. And we got a full week of basketball, Gary. Tonight we're here. Thursday night we traveled for our first MRVC road game. And then Friday night we got Belton at Belton in a non-conference tilt. So good way to jump back into it is getting 3 games in a week.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, I haven't done a game in Belton, so I'm excited about going up and seeing a game up there, you know, watching them play a game up in Belton and see how we play against that group.
Right. And, you know, here's the other thing, too. I'll be interested to see how we are after the break. You know, one of the things Harrisonville deals with most years is late starts. You know, they're not getting their guys till the 1st of December a lot of times. And then you're kind of coaching on the fly, so to speak, with all the guys getting meshed together, a lot of those guys playing football. Usually after the first of the year, that's when you're going to get an idea of what this team's all about. And I'll be interested to see tonight, after a couple weeks of practice, how they respond. I know some of the kids were gone over the break as well with family trips and such. So hopefully they did get a lot of time in the gym, though, still to work on things, and we'll see how they are coming into this one.
Oh, yeah. And don't want to forget this. I want to mention it now since we got a little bit of time. Last Friday, for those that didn't maybe see us going live from the Chamber of Commerce on First Friday Coffee, handed out a couple of awards. Chase Reynolds, Player of the Year, and then Brody Rogers, who's on the court tonight, he got Teammate of the Year. So wanted to give them a little bit of a kudos. Obviously, Brody's playing basketball this year. Chase is not. Trying to let his body heal a little bit after 2,096 yards, almost 2,100 yards of rushing, and a lot of those were yaks or yards after contact, and so you got to hand it to him. He had a great year playing football, and he's got 2 more years of it. So
yeah, good to have him in the program for a little bit longer. And you know, shout out also to our sponsors that sponsor those 2 awards. You know, I think what Cam and Lacey do with Shelter Insurance and American Family, they teamed up. They're usually competitors, but they teamed up. They had this Teammate of the Year. They both went to Harrisonville, so it's really cool to see them do that. And then, of course, Max Motors, last couple of years, has done the Player of the Year and Player of the Game awards, so it's really cool to see that. We'll have a Max Ever Player of the Game tonight, and we'll have a Teammate of the Game as well. Right now, it is the Sherwood Community Bank pregame show, brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank in Harrisonville, Urick, Garden City, and Creighton. So we got about 6 minutes or so before we get the national anthem and the starting lineups here in this one. You know, we talked about it, these matchups and stuff, and I was kind of poking fun. I want to see the battle of the guys down low. You know, those 2 battled on the football field, Brody blocking him or him blocking Brody, either way. I mean, they both played both ways. So it'll be fun to watch these 2 big guys down low battle each other here tonight. And I'll see, you know, Brody, I think Cooper might have got 2nd team All-State, and I think Brody got 3rd team. I think maybe Brody got a little chip on his shoulder about that. And, hey, you know what? I'm still salty that Jace Reynolds did not get all-state running back, which to me is insane in itself.
And you mentioned it, and there is some political stuff that goes on with that, and the number of athletes that you can have, the higher you go in the playoffs and stuff. But I mean, was there any other running back that had any more yards than him this year? I mean,
right.
I
mean, here's my concern about it, and this isn't in no way dogging down on Webb City. They're the cream of the crop. They every year, 1,873 state. I don't know. I've lost track how many state titles they have. They had 2 kids on first team all-state running backs. Like, I get it. Yeah, you won state, but at the same time, hey. There are other players out there. It is what it is, and you know what? I can beat the drum all day long. It's not going to change anything. All that can do is fire that kid up and make him make a better run and maybe make 2,500 yards next year. And he's a workhorse. He's going to work and get better. So that he could have another great year next year.
Well, and I don't care what state accolades he gets. He's getting a lot of accolades from his hometown because he's one of the best players to come out of this program, and he's only a sophomore. And so you said it right. I mean, I know the coaching staff as well as us are excited about watching him the next couple of years. But, as you mentioned this also, he's always quick to talk up the rest of his team. He couldn't do it without his line, including one of his linemen, obviously Brody Rogers here tonight. So I'm glad, that he's got the humbleness to be able to give the accolades to other players as well around him.
All right. You know what? I know people are probably listening. It's basketball season. Yes, I know.
We got another 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Gary and I could have our own weekly football talk show. But bottom line is it's basketball season now. We're going to get rocking and rolling. We're going to take another quick timeout, and we'll be back with more on your pregame show right after this.
It's happened to all of us. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Good news. Buy your tire at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and you get free flat repair for the life of your tires. Have a bad tire and need a replacement but you don't want to break the bank? Young's can help you with that as well with a huge assortment of quality used tires. So when the time comes for new tires or a replacement, go to the shop that Harrisonville trusts on South Commercial, a stone's throw from Forged by Fire.
When Forties needs tires, they call Young's. Yes!
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant, and remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
Everyone needs a kickstart at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So go see the team at Sonic of Harrisonville to kick away those afternoon blues with an ice-cold soda full of caffeine to kickstart that energy. The best part, 2 to 4 p.m. is happy hour, so you can kick away the cobwebs for half price. And while you're at it, don't forget to grab an afternoon snack with some cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers. Also, go to the4ts.com and sign up for the Wildcat Kick Contest. So kick away those afternoon blues and get to Sonic today.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
The where the grammars go, Hans Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
All right, welcome back. They're announcing the starters. We'll run down the starters real quick as well. For Warrensburg, it'll be Eli Nappy, Shelly Pitzenbarger, Brooks Baldwin, Trevor Key, and Cooper Berry. For the Cats, it'll be Landon George, Bryce Jenkins, Colby Knowles, Brooks Langer, and Brody Rogers. A little bit different starting lineup for the Cats. Evan Filer not starting. I don't think that's any more than just that's a coach being a coach. Hey, he had missed a couple of practices over the break. No reason. He was in London. I'm going to take my kid to London if I get a chance to in high school. So, you got to let him be kids as well. And hey, you know what? If he doesn't get to start tonight, he doesn't get to start. But bottom line is
he'll be playing quite a bit.
Yes, absolutely. And like I said, me and Angela talk about that a lot. Is with youth sports, and it's like, you go to a tournament every weekend of the year, and you spend thousands and thousands of dollars. We've already decided with our kids, even if Braxton and Collins are incredible athletes, we're going to have time off, and we're going to go do stuff as a family, and we're going to have fun, and they're going to still be kids because too many people don't let their kids be kids anymore. And that's a sad reality, and guess what? It's a terrible investment. 2% of high school kids get full ride scholarships in the NCAA level, but that's another story for another time. Because my soapbox, I'd be here all night long.
Well, I thought you were going someplace else where you've gone before in regards to your soapbox.
Oh, you talking about participation trophies? All right, we're ready for basketball. Brody Rogers, Cooper Berry set to jump it up at midcourt. And here we go. Rogers with the tip. And it'll be Jenkins to bring it up for the Cats. We're underway from Harrisonville. Wildcats and Warrensburg. Backdoor cut. Right off the bat, Langer cannot knock it down. Rebound, and here comes the Tigers back the other way. Nappy into the corner with it. Out of the corner they go. Pitzenbarger up front, spinning around the other way. They go inside Cooper Berry. Little give and go underneath, and it's stolen away. Nappy tried to get it to Pitzenbarger, and it was stolen. Cats bring it back the other way. No score. 30 seconds gone by. Rogers to the hoop. Glass and good. Brody Rogers, and the Cats lead 2-0. Early going of this one.
Brody 1, Berry none.
That'll be the one to watch. Little floater off the front of the rim, no good. Bounced around, picked up by the Cats, and it goes back the other way. All right, spin it around on the wing. Inside, backdoor cut again. Now corner three ball. Brody Rogers, no good. Rebound by Nappy. He pushes it ahead. Key inside corner, three ball now on the way, good. Pitzenbarger, and Warrensburg takes the 3-2 lead. So here we go, top of the key, spinning around. George with it on the left side wing. Top of the key now for Jenkins. He's going to dribble to the right side, goes right side wing underneath. Picked off by Pitzenbarger, and back the other way they go with it. Key has it on the wing, back out top, 3 ball on the way. Baldwin, no. Long rebound, out of bounds, and it goes back to the Wildcats. So a quick pace, not a lot of points early on in this one, Gary.
Yeah, and I don't think Coach really would have particularly cared for that 3 by Brody.
He's adding a repertoire to his game here tonight, I guess. That is the first career 3 attempt, I think, on Brody Rogers. Hey, but it keeps him honest. They think they're going to have to guard him on the outside. But, yeah, I definitely probably – last time I saw a big shooting threes for the Wildcats was about 10 years ago, and it was or more than 10 years ago at this point, and it was Clint Hawker. And Rogers with another spinner in the paint, and it's 4-3. Cats regain the lead, and back the other way we go. Baldwin brings it across the timeline for the Tigers. Out front, Jenkins with it. Gets it off on the wing. Inside they go. And Barry right by Brody and knocks it down for 2. And it's 5-4. So 3 straight lead changes here in the early going of this one. Langer with it on the wing. Left side, back out front for George. George goes free throw line for Knowles. Back out to Rogers. Rogers going to drive in. Floater, no, but he'll go to the line for a pair. Brody working the inside early. And he's got 2 shots coming up.
And that's 2 on Barry real quick. So I'm sure he's probably going to be coming out like right now.
So early battle. Round 1. High score at 10-9, Brody Rogers. And he misses the first free throw. 1 more to go here. And that's the one thing you love about high school athletes. These guys see each other all the time. They see them on the football field, see them on the basketball field. They get those rivalries going. So,
and a lot of them are friends outside of this, which is great as well.
Second free throw by Brody, a little bit long as well. And then out of bounds off of the Tigers, and it'll stay with the Cats. So Brody can't cash, but the Cats capitalize on a mistake by Warrensburg. 2 guys fighting over the ball. They get it into Brody. He's going to hand off for George. George has got it top of the key now. And a double dribble called on the Wildcats. It'll go back the other way. So 5:14 to go here in the first quarter. And the Cats trail 5-4. Baldwin brings it across the timeline for the Tigers at the free throw line. Nappy at backdoor cut. Pitzenbarger blocked away, and a scrum for it underneath. And the Cats somehow come out of there with it. Jenkins the other way. Top of the key for Poisel. Back to Jenkins. Left side wing going to set his offense up. Back between the circles. Over to 3 ball by Knowles, no good. Outside they go to Jenkins from George. Back to George. Now it'll be Knowles out front. Knowles has it inside. He goes for Jenkins. Back to Rogers. He's got it on the left side wing. Give and go underneath. Knowles, 3 ball corner. Boom! Bottom of the net it goes. 7-5. Landon George puts it in, the Cats lead by 2.
That was excellent ball movement, which left George open.
Back the other way, Nappy, he fires from the corner. No. Bounces around, rebound, fought for inside, and Warrensburg going to come up with it. They can't capitalize. A scrum for it inside, and a foul that's going to be on Poisel there. Marcus Tart in there doing work on the inside. Evan Filer going to check in for Landon George. Brooks Langer set to check in as well. He comes in for Brody Rogers to give him a break. And now Baldwin set to pass it in for the Tigers with 4:07 to go here first quarter. And a little cut to the basket by Nappy, and we're knotted at 7 apiece. 3 ball the other way by Filer, no good. And it goes back to Warrensburg. Baldwin outside Nappy. He's going to drive, runs right into Poisel there, and Poisel going to pick up 2 quick fouls, and Brody going to have to come right back into the ball game. So here we go. Cats and Warrensburg tied at 7 apiece. 3:49 to go here in your opening quarter in a back-and-forth battle. Get it in. Nappy has it, goes inside for Tart. Tart kicks it back in the corner, back out to Nappy. He's going to drive, cut it to Tart. Tart, glass no good. Can't capitalize. Baldwin gets it, though, after a Tart offensive rebound. He's had 3 of them since he's been in the game for Barry. Back out front, spinning around. Inside they go. Brody Rogers goes back door and takes that one away from Tart, and the Cats get the ball back with a tie. Ball game, 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. And a double dribble called on Evan Filer. That's the second time they've called it, and it's been that same official. And he's talking to Coach Langer again. Baldwin gets it off Nappy, has it top of the key, goes inside to Tart. Tart can't hang on to it. Hard pass, and it goes out of bounds, back to the Cats. So a seesaw battle here in this one. So here we go. Cats with the ball. Out front, Brody Rogers. Over on the wing. 3 ball on the way. Good! Bryce Jenkins. He lights the bottom of the net, and the Cats lead 10-7. And I like the aggressiveness by Bryce, not afraid to take that shot with a hand in his face. Nappy's got it. He's going to give it to the cutter Pitzenbarger. He goes inside, spin move in the paint, no good. Rebound, Brody Rogers. Brody starting to impose his will on Tart there, and now Langer goes the other way. Kick it out, 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound back the other way. Cats nobody in the paint to rebound that one. And Pitzenbarger brings it back the other way. Hands off out front. Key with it now to set up the offense over to Baldwin. Baldwin's got it. He goes backdoor. Pitzenbarger stops in the paint, kicks it back out front for Key. Key's got it out front to Baldwin. Baldwin with it between the circles. 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. Little drive right to the bucket. No backside help, and Nappy puts it in for 2, and it's 10-9. And Nappy's got 4 for the Cats, or for the Tigers, I should say. Langer left open. He takes it. He drains it. 13-9. Brooks Langer. Cats' third 3 of the quarter. All of them have been good looks from 3. And they knock it down, and it's 13-9. Baldwin inside. Kick ball from Brody Rogers. I got a funny text just a minute ago from my wife. Braxton asked, who's 24? And my wife told him, Brody Rogers. He goes, well, I'm going to cheer a lot for Brody because my dad talks to Phil all the time. All right, now Warrensburg to set the pass it in. Nappy looking to get it in. Works it in, but the Cats steal it away. Back the other way it goes. Langer with it. Backdoor cut. Evan Filer. Glasson. Good. Good look by Langer. 15-9. And it goes back the other way. Nappy with it outside. Spin it in the corner now for Pitzenbarger. Pitzenbarger back out front, spinning around. They go to Nappy. He's got it on the wing left side, top of the key. Pitzenbarger 3. And it is no good. It goes out of bounds. You can tell Brooks Langer is a coach's kid. He's got the basketball IQ. He could have took that 3 right there, saw the backdoor cutter, hit him instead for the easy 2.
Oh, absolutely. It's just that little bit of extra that you get from living with it.
Yeah, and it's, and that's the thing. That's one thing that lacks at all levels of basketball anymore, or any sport, is the IQ of the sport. Oh, don't get me started on that one. Atkinson in there. He gets it inside for George, who puts it up and in for an easy 2. And it's 17-9. Cats up by 8 with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nappy going to bring it back the other way for the Tigers, and a reach-in foul going to be called. Looked like good defensive position there by George, but may have got him on the arm when he was swiping through there. By George. So Nappy set to pass it in. Kobe Norris check in for Bryce Jenkins, his first action of the ball game. They try to get it in. They're going to get it in the paint. And a holding foul. They're going to call that one on. Yeah, they call that one on Norris. Preston Patterson, the one who had the ball there, down to 34 seconds left. So Patterson set to pass it in. He's going to get it into the cutter. Nappy, spinner, no. Cats with the rebound. Gets it ahead for Filer. Filer's got to hurry. Now he gets it across. Going to set it back up with 20 seconds to go. Cats looking for one last shot. Up 8 here in the first quarter. Over to Norris. Norris has got it outside volleyball line on the right side with about 10 seconds to go. He's going to move around, try to set up the offense here. They go off for George. George is going to get a pick. And a step back three. Money! Landon George in the eye. And it's 20-9 after one.
And he's shooting 100%, 2 threes and a 2 for a total of 8 points.
So Landon George knocks it down. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn in Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, at the Tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
All right, welcome back. Our score after one, 20-9. That might be the best quarter of basketball I've seen the Wildcats play. They had a good quarter against Clinton, but up the notch on the team you're playing tonight, and that's how now they got to put 4 of those together, though, Gary, because there's a lot of basketball left to be played.
Yeah, they had 2 good quarters, a 26-point and a 22-point. I'll tell you, had they not had those 2 turnovers on I'm not going to say questionable because I don't want to question the ref, but it didn't appear to be what I saw double dribble. Those 2 turnovers could have made it even more of a difference. I asked Coach Langer if his jacket was going to come off tonight. And he said, well, it's hard to keep it on, but maybe if this keeps up, maybe it won't come off.
I'd say I'm going to give it, if they get on about a 7-0 run here in the second quarter, that jacket's off.
And I couldn't understand what Jerry was saying.
So here we go.
Okay.
Across the timeline with it. Warrensburg starts with the ball. Second quarter, Cats up by 11 in this one. Out front, Baldwin with it, trying to set up his offense. Going with a little bit smaller lineup. And Baldwin goes high off the glass, no good. Cats with the ball, and they're going to go back the other way. Kick it in the corner. Filer 3 wide open. Boom! Bottom of the net it goes. 23-9. And the Cats are hitting from 3 tonight. 4th person to hit a 3 for the Wildcats here tonight. And now a turnover back to the Wildcats. Jenkins with a 3. Langer with a 3. Filer with the 3. George with 2 threes. So the Cats with 5 threes on the night. And a 14-point lead early second quarter.
Now they just need to keep the hammer down, though.
Absolutely keep going. Filer's going to dribble in the paint. Now he's going to have to get rid of it and throws that one away. And George trying to chase it down. They're going to call him for a foul on the chase down. Key goes down hard, and George there to help him back up. And Warrensburg going to have it on the near side here. George going to have to check out with his second personal foul the first half. Tart checking back into the ball game with Brody Rogers on the bench. I think Coach Nemo's thinking, let's try to get the ball inside and get some points going here with Tart. So Nappy set to pass it in. He's going to get it in. Baldwin's got it. So Baldwin with it out front, setting up his offense, goes over on the wing for Key. Back out front, Nappy spinning around to Baldwin. Looking inside for Tart. Back out front he goes. Nappy at the volleyball line, left side, go right side volleyball line for Nimmo. Into the corner they go, underneath for Nappy, no. And the Cats with the rebound. And the ball with 6:35 to go here in the quarter. And a three from the corner, Langer, a little bit long. Rebound Tart for Warrensburg, and it goes right back the other way. Maybe a little quick on the shot by the Cats that time. Back into the corner, Nimmo caresses the ball, almost got it out of bounds, and it goes back out front. Key with it, setting up his offense at the timeline. Directing traffic, goes over to Nimmo, who's got it on the right side wing. Kick it out to the left side, and we got a timeout. Nimmo going to call a timeout here with 6:11 to go. That's their second timeout in this first half. Well, just a 30-second, so we'll keep it right here for you with 6:11 to go. 23-9 the score. I said it was their second. That might have been the first timeout they've used.
It's only the first one I've got,
Okay.
but
I may have been mistaking the end of the first quarter for the last timeout. But Cats are moving the ball well. It was an open look for three, so I don't mind that three.
No.
But at the same time, maybe a couple extra passes, just get in your offense a little bit. But nevertheless, Cats are shooting hot early on. And now maybe if that cools them off a little bit, they start working into that offense again.
yeah, you can't blame them for taking those open. I mean, he could have stood there for probably 2 or 3 seconds without anybody even getting to his face or close to it. So those open looks you've got to take.
So Warrensburg will have the ball on the far sideline with 6:11 to go here in the first half.
And one thing you know with Barry hasn't been back in. You know that those 2 fouls really is going to hamper them. But I will tell you though that Tart has played a good spot in his place.
Absolutely, he has. So Nimmo's got it on the wing, dribbles to the wing on the right side into the corner for Nappy. Nappy guarded by Langer, back out front they go. Spin it around for Key. Key's volleyball line left side now. Over to the right side for Nimmo. Back to the left side now. Key and Nimmo playing catch out front. 5:45 to go here in the opening half. They spin it over on the wing now. Nappy. Nappy's got it, goes to the elbow. Inside out they go. 3 ball on the way. Baldwin good. And 23-12 the score as Baldwin knocks down a wide open look from 3. Cuts it to 9. And it goes back to the Cats. Langer with it, going to spin in the paint. Loses the handle. Saved by Jenkins, though. Back to Langer for a wide open 3. And he puts it right back at a 26-12.
I think that was planned.
So
they didn't give him 3 on that one. I got 3.
I've got 3 out of it as well. And inside they go to Tart. So we'll see if they do change that or not. I almost wish I could go back and look and see if the official put up the 3 signal.
Jerry reminded us, here comes the coat off.
So Tart at the line for a pair. I got it at 26-12. The scoreboard has it 25-12. We'll see. So Tart goes through his routine at the line and puts it through. So 26-13 is what I got, but they got it 25-13. So we'll
get a timeout. I'll go down and check the official score.
Second one, good. (25-14) on the scoreboard. We go back the other way. Poisel with it. Now gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder in the game for the first time tonight. He almost walked, but he gets it over for Knowles for 3. So 28-14 the score. So Warrensburg with the ball out front. Cats have done well from 3 here tonight. Knowles with the 3.
Bryce trying to plead his case over there that I didn't touch it before he went out of bounds.
So we'll see if they switch it or not. 14-point lead at this point. They get it into Baldwin. He's got a volleyball line on the left side. Get it off on the wing now for Key. Key's got it left side wing over to the right side now. Baldwin, he's going to drive in the paint. Kick off 3-ball. Open 3 look by Key. He knocks it down. Makes it 28-17. And a 3 back the other way. Kobe Norris knocks it down. And that is the 6th different player to hit a 3 for the Cats. And it's 31-17 the score. And another 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. So.
And I didn't see who got the. Did they take?
Kobe Norris got the
timeout.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure who got the timeout as well. So much going on, and I was so worried about the extra point out there. I need somebody that's listening and watching at home to go back and see if that was a 3 by Brooks Langer about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, Jerry, we need to go out to your truck and get your instant replay stuff and get it going.
31-17 our score, 3:50 to go here in this first half. That's been all Wildcat so far. Little reach-in foul there on Carter Bell. So, reach-in foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation for Carter Bell. First free throw, no good. Rebound, Knowles to Norris. And Norris going to bring it across the timeline for the Cats. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers going to try to work his way down. He does on Cooper Berry. And out of bounds is Rogers. It looked like he was trying to pass that to the Warrensburg Tigers. I know he was not trying to, but it went out of bounds off of Warrensburg, so the Cats regain possession here. Kick it in the corner for Schroeder. He's got it corner, right side. He's going to drive baseline. Hand check foul going to be called on Warrensburg. Carter Bell called for the foul with 3:22 to go here in the half. They got the ball back in bounds, and a blocking foul called on Warrensburg as they went to the bucket. It'll be the 4th team foul. Jerry was looking at the team fouls, and he was thinking, why aren't we shooting 1-and-1? I was trying not to talk, and then I got stumbled up there. Now that's 4 team fouls on the Wildcats. I've been there, done that before. They get it into Rogers. He's got it top of the key over to Knowles. Knowles on the left side, right side wing, Jenkins. 3-ball short, rebound for Warrensburg. Patterson going to push it up. And a foul on Jenkins, and Patterson going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. So 3:06 to go here in the half. 31-17 is our score. No good on the free throw. Knowles with another rebound for the Cats. 14-point lead in the basketball with 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Get it off on the wing, Brody Rogers. He's going to start his dribble now, hand off for Knowles. Knowles going to drive in, kick it off for Jenkins. Maybe been tipped, and Jenkins picks it up on the wild bounce. Back out front they go, Norris with it. Inside they go, little bounce pass into Schroeder, who couldn't knock it down, and it goes back to Warrensburg. Nappy with it outside, hands off, drive in, kick out. Bell to Tart, and Tart can't connect, but he'll go to the line for a pair where he's 2 for 2 on the night. So 2:21 to go here in the first half. Cats lead by 14. Warrensburg trying to check back into this one, get under 10 before they get to the half. That's where you want to be getting to a half, either team. You want to try to be under 10-point deficit. First free throw by Tart is good. 31-18. One more to go here with 2:21 to go, first half. Tart with a very methodical.
Brody was over, so he gets another shot.
So the free throw no good by Tart, and he'll have another shot at it here.
With that lane violation. Tell you what, Tart has played a good game in replacement of Berry, not expecting to have to put this many minutes in.
He goes through that routine. And now Warrensburg with the lane violation. So that one didn't count. Cats bring the ball back up by 13 with 2:15 to go here in the half. Rogers with it at the elbow, trying to direct traffic. Now he's going to start his dribble. He's going to go to the bucket. Little finger roll is good. Brody Rogers, he's got 6, and the Cats lead 33-18. Back the other way, it goes inside. They go, little double pump hesitation by Pitzenbarger, doesn't go, and they throw it away. Jenkins tried to get it up, and now Warrensburg gives it right back to the Wildcats. Kick it in the corner to Langer. Langer kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. Jenkins no good. Rebound Tart, and it goes back the other way. Kick it in the corner now for Bell, and it's stripped away from him by Langer.
Now I would like to see him slow it down a little bit. A little under a minute and a half. Slow it down. Keep the lead like it is, and
work your offense a little bit. Maybe starting to settle for threes a little bit too much here in the first half. Wild shot by Norris. Now kick it in the corner, 3 ball. Boom! Bottom of the net it goes. Colby Knowles makes it 36-18. Back the other way we go. They're going to call a goaltending on Brody as he slapped the backboard there. So 36-20 is our score. Cats up by 16, and the basketball under a minute to go here in the first half. Cats have looked good offensively in this first half. They have it off on the wing. Now they hand off for Langer. Langer going to drive. Glass no good. And back the other way it goes with 30 seconds to go in the half. Warrensburg looking to get points before the half. Cats looking to keep it at around 16. Nappy going to drive, kick it off for Key back out front for Nimmo with 15. Nimmo's got it out front here with 10 now, trying to clear it. Now to Nappy with 7. And now looking to get a pick so Nappy can drive. Cats defense has been good first half. Glasson good. Buzzer beater at the half, 36-22 the score. Cats lead by 14. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with some halftime entertainment after this.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville.
We've all been there before. Needed to deposit a check in our account, but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small-town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Looking for a new modern style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local...
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Well, my wife hears me say this quite often. You were right, I was wrong. Gary doesn't have his headset on yet. I said my wife hears me say that quite often. You were right, I was wrong. His foot was on the line. I went back and looked at it. So, nevertheless, it is 36-22 at the half of this one. So, Wildcats lead it 36-22 at the half. As we are, nevertheless, Gary, it's still a great lead for the Wildcats at halftime.
Yeah, and the score spread out. I mean, as far as scores for Harrisonville, I mean, well, I'm going to go ahead and do that since I just said that. Leading the way is Landon George. He's 100%. Well, that's the way I've got it. He's got 8 points, 2 threes, and a 2. Behind that is Knowles and Rogers both with 6. Then you've got Langer with 5. You've got Filer with 5. And then you've got Jenkins and Norris all with 3 to total out the 36 points. You like that kind of scoring. You got 7 people, and, I mean, spreading the ball around, and they've got the hot hands right now. Hopefully they'll come back out of halftime and be not cooled off. Hopefully they'll still have some hot.
Well, you know, and a couple of
things
to think about. Landon George set out about the last 6 minutes of that first half because he had 2 fouls. So they're going to get him back at halftime, so that cooled him off. He had 7 points there early in the second quarter before he went out. It'll be interesting to see if Harrisonville goes back to the inside now with Cooper Berry going to be back in the game against Brody Rogers. Brody's got 6, and he had a couple rattle in, rattle out, and he missed those 2 free throws, so he could easily be in double figures for the Cats. But like you said, anytime you can go into the half and you can have 8, 6, 6, and 5 across the board, plus 3 other guys that have scored, that means you've done a good job moving the ball around.
Oh, absolutely. You did mention the foul. We've got 3 people with 2 fouls. Landon George is one of them. Jacob Poisel got 2 quick fouls. He came in and came pretty much right back out because he got 2 quick fouls. And also then Schroeder has 2 fouls as well. So you got to like the first half. Scored 20 points in the first quarter, 16 points in the second. And so we're off to scoring 72 to 80 points tonight, I think.
Yeah, and what you don't want to get into, I saw for a couple of series there, going down a couple of their offensive possessions down there, going for the quick three. If they stop falling, you got to know to stop shooting and work it back inside, because sometimes when you got that hot hand, you start shooting them when you're contested. You start shooting them off balance, feeling like everything's going to go in, and you don't want to get into that as well. So we'll definitely see what happens. We've got about 3 minutes or so before we get to second half action, so we're going to take another timeout, and we'll be back with your second half here in about 3 minutes. Thanks for joining us for your halftime show, brought to you by our good friends at Suzy Q, where their tenderloins are not half size. We'll be back after this.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Domnick.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Domnick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you're looking for hometown insurance from a hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No! Give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
It's happened to all of us. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Good news, buy your tire at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and you get free flat repair for the life of your tires. Have a bad tire and need a replacement but you don't want to break the bank? Young's can help you with that as well, with a huge assortment of quality used tires. So when the time comes for new tires or a replacement, go to the shop that Harrisonville trusts on South Commercial, a stone's throw from Forged by Fire.
When 14s needs tires, they call Young's. Yes!
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
All right, welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri. We're on the campus of Harrisonville High School Wildcat Fieldhouse, the MRVC West opener for these two squads. And it is a 36-22, the Wildcats over the Warrensburg Tigers at halftime of this one as we get set for second half action. And Gary, it's been a great first half. Got to build on this first half and keep going.
Yeah, it's what I said after the first quarter. You've got to keep the pedal down. I mean, we had one of those games, I think it was against Clinton, where we got up a big lead, and then it's kind of like we started to coast and we couldn't get the pedal back going again for a while. So
and Clinton's young, and this is not a knock on Clinton at all, but these are two totally different types of beasts here. Warrensburg, perennial winner the last several years in basketball. They're going to give you a run. You just got to be able to take that run and clap back at them. So we'll see what the Cats can do here and see if they can keep it around 14. If you're the Cats, you want to tie this quarter. Go to the fourth with a 14-point lead.
Oh, yeah, and they're coached very well. We got a young team, and they move the ball very well.
So here we go, underway, second half. Cats with the basketball to start things off. And they get it inside right away. They go to Rogers, and he puts it up and in for a deuce. And he's got 8, and it's 38-22. So back the other way. Nappy with it into the corner. He goes for Key on the left side. A little give and go underneath for Pitzenbarger, and he took a step as he was going inside. And it goes back to the Wildcats with a 16-point lead. 7:25 to go here in the third. Cats up by 16 over the Warrensburg Tigers in this one. George with it on the wing, guarded by Pitzenbarger. A little give and go. Good basketball right there by the Cats. Drops it off to Colby Knowles, and the Cats up 18, and a steal by Jenkins. Now they go inside for Knowles. Knowles underneath. Maybe force that one a little bit, and it goes out of bounds. Colby was hoping to get the tip on that one. They did not call it. So Cats had a golden opportunity to go up 20 right there and threw that one away. Just maybe got a little too antsy on that one. Baldwin brings it across the timeline. Going to drive it in the lane. Doesn't like what he sees. Backs it back up. Nappy with it inside to Tart. Tart going to try to get it in, and a hand check foul called on Brody as Tart working it inside. And did Cooper bury into the half with 3 fouls? Because he is not back in the ball game yet.
He just had 2.
So maybe Coach
yeah, but Tart's played well. So maybe that's what he's rewarding him for, a good first half, keeping him in there. Nappy has it underneath, gets it into Tart, back out for Pitzenbarger, and he walked again. And Brody wanted to make sure that wasn't anywhere near after the walk call. He still blocked it out of bounds. Cats ball. 6:42 to go here in the third. They gave that last foul on, and I didn't notice it. They gave it on Landon George. I didn't realize that.
So Brody Rogers with it out front, looking to do something with it. Hands off for George. Step back 3, a little bit off on that one. Saved by Knowles, but it goes right to Warrensburg. Nappy pushes it up for the Tigers underneath. Glass and good by Pitzenbarger. And he's got the bucket, and it's 40-24. Ball goes out of bounds on the far side. We're going to call a foul over there on the Wildcats. We'll call that on Pitzenbarger, trying to get to the ball. Basketball's so high-paced, sometimes you just look down to write something down on your stat sheet. You look up, and something has happened. They get it into Rogers. Little fadeaway, no. Rebound by Tart, and it goes back to Warrensburg with 6 minutes to go in the half, or the quarter. Offensive foul. Knowles draws it on Nappy. I think he wanted to keep talking after that, did Knowles. Jenkins grabbed him and said, come back here right now. Good job by the senior, though, to see that and make sure nothing happens. So 5:58 to go here, third quarter. Cats by 16. And, you know, the Cats have given Warrensburg a couple of opportunities to get back in this, and Warrensburg has not capitalized on those opportunities.
You're correct, and that's what you don't want to see. You don't want to give them too many because, like I said, they got a good team. They're coached well. They move the ball well. They're just not shooting real well right now. You give them that opportunity too many times, and they'll be back in it.
So
now full court press.
Knowles does get it into Langer, and now they're going to drop the press off, and Langer going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to have to hurry it across, and he does get it across before the 10-second count hits. Jenkins off for Rogers. Rogers out front between the circles for Knowles. Knowles throws it off the hands of Nappy, and now Jenkins with it. And now they kick it over for George. Look for a little give and go. Now George trying to set it up over to Knowles. Knowles gives back over to Langer. Langer looking inside, dribbling with the ball, gets it back out front for Rogers. Rogers has it. He's going to drive the paint underneath. He can't get it to go, and it goes back the other way. So an empty possession for the Cats, and 2 points for Baldwin back the other way. 40-26 to a 14-point game. Now Jenkins kick it to Langer. Top of the key three. That extra pass, and it just doesn't go. Rogers with the putback. He can't get it to go. Fighting for a rebound. Brody getting frustrated inside. Wanted a call on a foul call. Nothing was called. So they're going to check Brody out. I think Coach going to check him out for a minute, just calm him back down. You don't see a lot of emotion out of Brody, so when you see him get emotional, you know that he's frustrated. So 4:55 to go here, third quarter, 40-26. Warrensburg a chance to make this a 12-point game, and it would get them back to within 12, as close as they've been since 31-18 back in the second quarter. Baldwin with it on the wing, guarded by Jenkins. Good defense by Jenkins to stay on Baldwin. Back out front it goes. And now almost put on the deck by Baldwin, but he clears it out and glass and good. He's had back-to-back buckets like that. 40-28. He slapped the ball away from where it was supposed to go, maybe. They'd gotten a warning. That's their warning. Next time would be a technical. It's a 12-point game with 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Filer hands off for Jenkins. Jenkins top of the key with it, off for Filer. Baseline, Poisel cannot get it to fall. Overshoots that one. Pitzenbarger with the rebound. And Warrensburg a chance to cut this to 10 or maybe single digits with a three. Baldwin's got it between the circles, 3:57 to go. And Baldwin going to go elbow jumper. He's been feeling it, can't get it to fall. Cats get the ball back up by 12. Jenkins with it on the wing right side. Langer thought about a three. He's going to drive it in, loses the handle, and back to Warrensburg. You know, Coach Langer told us after that Clinton game, sometimes his guys settle into just forgetting about running the offense for a little bit. And it looks like the last couple of series it's kind of been like that. Somebody just, okay, I'm going to shoot it this time. I'm going to shoot it. And you got to get back to that situation if you're the Cats, where you're running your offense and finding those open looks, because that's where you've made your bread and butter tonight. Inside Cooper Berry, and a foul on the floor. Not sure where the foul must have been on the backside. Called that one on Poisel. So his third foul. 3:31 to go here, third quarter. 40-28. Warrensburg trying to get this back to 10 or 9. They get it inside Pitzenbarger, and they got it to 10. It's 40-30. And just like that, Warrensburg getting a little bit of momentum going. 8-0 run. Well, and I thought that too as well. I don't even know if they have a 34 playing, though.
Yeah, and they don't have a 34.
So they called a timeout, official's timeout, to clarify everything. So 40-30 the score, as we have a little bit of a break in the action here. It's a 10-point Cat lead, but Warrensburg is on an 8-0 run. It was 40-22 early in the third quarter of this one. And now it is 40-30. So an 8-0 run by the Tigers. Cats need to stop this run right here. Filer's got it, going to go up and under, kick it off. And that one's thrown into the hands of Nappy. Couldn't come up with it, and it'll stay with the Cats. 3:05 to go in the third. So sloppy ball play right there by the Cats. You got to play your game here. And they try to get it in. Off of Atkinson, off of Langer, and out of bounds. And now Warrensburg a chance to make this back single digits.
And their hot hand was out getting a little bit of a breath. He's not coming back in, and that's Baldwin. I mean, he's been playing some good ball as of late. So,
and Warrensburg has not been back within single digits since 17-9 back in the first quarter. So here we go. Nappy with it, top of the key, underneath. And he went out of bounds and came back in, so a break for the Wildcats as Pitzenbarger was trying to get a layup underneath. So they get it in for Norris. And Norris going to bring it up for the Cats with 2:50 to go here in the third. Get it off for Atkinson. Floater rattles home. Kennedy Atkinson make it 42-30. His first bucket of the ball game. He goes back the other way. Try to get it inside for Barry, and Barry walked with it. He knew it right away, too.
And you hate it for, I mean, he's a great athlete, and you hate it for them because he's just having one of those games that's, he wants to forget.
Throw it in the trash can and don't ever go and look back at it again. Everybody's had one back in their time playing. They get it off for Norris. He's got it on the wing left side, trying to get a pick. Now gets it off for Langer. Langer dribbles it out of the corner to the wing. Tried to set up the offense with 2:10 to go. Cats up by 12. They get it off for Filer, almost stolen away by Nimmo, and now Filer picks up the dribble, and Langer goes baseline with it. Now he's trapped in the corner. Heads up, basketball IQ play right there, Gary. He's like, I'm trapped. What am I going to do? I don't want to call a timeout. Put it right off the knee of Nappy and out of bounds. Switching the possession arrow there.
And that is correct.
So 42-30 our score. They try to get the ball in here. They get it in to Brody Rogers, and he hands it off. Foul on the floor, and call that on Cooper Berry. And, you know, Cooper's one of those kids, too. You look at him, you don't look at him and think, man, he's an offensive lineman. Him and Brody both, you know, they're just big, tall kids.
And that wasn't on Cooper Berry. They're reporting that it was on
Nappy. Or no, Pitzenbarger, sorry.
Pitzenbarger.
So Pitzenbarger, or no, that was on Nappy, I believe. Or is it back? I think it's backwards up there. So here they go. Trying to get the ball from Rogers out front. They go 145. Everybody having all kinds of sorts of problems the last couple of minutes in this one. 3-ball, Langer. No, it's a little bit short. And it goes out of bounds. And that isn't one you want to have right there. That was a long three. Had a hand in your face. Work your offense a little bit. 1:35 to go here in the third. 42-30 our score. Cats up by 12. Key with it on the wing right side. Goes into the corner for Nimmo. Nimmo goes inside for Nappy. A little spinner. Good. And it's back to 10. 42-32. As Nappy puts it in for a 2. Kicking in the corner for Filer. Filer kicks it off. He drug that foot and turns it over. And now again with 1:08 to go, Warrensburg has a chance to get it back to single digits. Knowles and George check back in for the Cats. 1:08 to go, third quarter. It's a 42-32 score. Cats up by 10. But it has been a sloppy quarter for the Cats. Only 6 points scored for the Cats. Get it off on the wing for Key. Key into the corner for Nimmo. Nimmo's got it, trying to get it inside for Nappy. Atkinson puts it right into the stands, out of bounds. It was kicked off his foot with 54.1 seconds to go. So 54.1 to go, third quarter. Cats lead by 10. Warrensburg trying to get it back to single digits. Baldwin outside, hands off for Nimmo. Nimmo off for Key. Now to Nappy. Nappy's got it left side. Gets a pick from Tart. Goes free throw line, tries to go inside. Now skips it in the corner for Nimmo. Back out front for Baldwin. Over for Nappy. He's going to drive in the paint. Kick it off for Key. Over to Baldwin. Baldwin dribbles into the paint. Glass and good. Baldwin, he's been their guy in the third quarter, and it's 42-34. Now they kick it off for George with 20 seconds. Cats going to look for one last shot here. This could be a big possession right here because if you can get it back to double figures going to the fourth, you're going to feel a lot better about it. If you don't, you're going to feel like a missed opportunity in that third quarter. And forced the shot did the Cats, Brody tries to shoot it, no, and an ugly third quarter comes to an end with an ugly possession. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's.
All right, welcome back. Time for Season Catering, one of our great new sponsors. They helped us out on Friday at the Chamber the Chamber First Coffee that we had last Friday with the Chamber of Commerce. Time for Seasoning and Stephanie Eastwood. Might remember that name, Eastwood. Obviously, Walter Eastwood used to play football for the Wildcats. She has a catering business. She did a great job on Friday. We had bacon, eggs, gravy, all kinds of good stuff on Friday. So if you've got an event, you need a caterer, give Stephanie Eastwood a call or look her up online at Time for Seasoning, Catering, and Events. That is Time for Season Catering. And we talked about the Chamber of Commerce right there as well. A lot of events coming up with the Chamber of Commerce over the next several weeks. We'll get you some of those events. Bing and his guys do a great job over at the Chamber of Commerce. 42-34, and we go to the fourth.
And the jacket's off.
The jacket is off. The Cats with an ugly third quarter of play. Only scored 6 points in that third quarter, and Warrensburg back to within 8, as close as they have been since way back in the first quarter at 17-9. Rogers almost had the steal, but it went right to Warrensburg, and they're just like that. They're within 6. 42-36, the score. Now Rogers has it on the wing. Just a different team in the second half by the Cats. I don't see that energy they had in the first half. Get it on the wing. Knowles gets it off for Jenkins. Jenkins to Rogers. Rogers going to try to work his way in. Little spinner and a hold called on Cooper Berry. I believe that's going to be 4 on him. 7:08 to go. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back.
There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
All right, welcome back. 7:08 to go in the game. It's a 6-point game. Cats have led by as many as 18 in this one, and Warrensburg has been able to cut it all the way down to 6 in this one. So this one far from over with 7 minutes to go still in it. Rogers working on Berry. Hook shot is good. Maybe that'll get the Cats a spark they need. Makes it 8, 44-36. Back the other way. A blocking foul called on Landon George. And to the free throw line go the Warrensburg Tigers. Pitzenbarger to the line for a pair. So 44-36 the score. Free throw is good. 44-37. Second free throw coming up. 44-38. So Warrensburg back to within 6 again, a 2-possession game on one that was 18 points earlier in this contest. Knowles has it outside, dribbles over to the wing, Has to get rid of it, gets it to Langer. Langer's got it outside, guarded by Pitzenbarger, off for Jenkins now. 6:30 to go. Get it off on the wing. Now hand off for Langer. Langer with it between the circles. Gets it off for Knowles. Knowles has it now to Langer. Langer going to drive underneath. Got it in one. Going to go to the free throw line. Tough move by the junior Langer. Makes it 46-38, and one opportunity coming from Brooks. So Langer goes to the line. Free throw is good by Brooks Langer, and the Cats squeeze it out to 9, 47-38. They'd love to get this back to double figures here in the fourth quarter. Baldwin floater helped in maybe right there by Brody Rogers, but he's been their go-to in the second half. I believe he's got 8 or 10 in the second half of this one. Gary wanted to talk. I didn't have his microphone on. So,
he's got 8 in the second half.
So here we go, back out front. Cats lead by 7. In the grand scheme of things, that's pretty important. And that one is stripped from Jenkins. And a reach-in foul called on Nimmo, I believe. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Could have been a jump ball. They call a foul instead. That's a 16 foul, so the Cats will be in the bonus from here on out. 47-40 the score. Cats up by 7. Jenkins with it. Gets it out front for Filer, back to Langer. Langer with it on the wing between the circles. Brody Rogers off for Jenkins. Cats running a little clock here, trying to set up the offense. Warrensburg setting up with man-to-man here. They got it. Good crossover dribble by Knowles. Kick it in the corner. One extra pass. Langer, no. And a rebound inside. Colby Knowles, got to watch out. He clapped right there, went right in the grill of Nimmo with that clap. Got to be careful. So Nimmo gets called for the foul, and Knowles goes to the free throw line for a 1-on-1 situation. Big free throws here for the Cats. 47-40, 5:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Got it to roll in. Colby Knowles, that was a big one. Makes it an 8-point game, 48-40. Grand scheme of things, it still stays a 3-possession game regardless of both these free throws. But 9's a lot more comfortable than 7. Second one, same thing, rolls over and in. And Coach Langer using that as a coaching opportunity as soon as he made those free throws. It's like, okay, I know you're fired up, excited. Let's not do that. Back the other way. Baldwin going to try to drive in, and the Cats cut that one off this time. Nappy back out front. Pitzenbarger, Nimmo into the corner. Baldwin, he'll fire. He's short. Rebound Cats. Cats with the ball and 4:55 to go. 9-point lead, a chance to make this double figures again. Get it off up front for Langer. Such a big game for both teams. Langer glass, no, just hung on the rim and falls off. Back the other way it goes. Nimmo with it on the wing left side, hands off for Nappy. Talking about such a big game for both sides here to start the season 1-0. Good hustle play right there by both teams, and a travel called on Nappy, I believe. And the Cats get the ball back with 4:26 to go. So the Cats with a 9-point lead in the basketball. Bell checking into the ball game along with Key. So Cats again a chance to get this to double figures. They haven't had it back since the quarter has started.
Full court pressure, and they're bringing in smaller guys to help with that full court pressure here, because both Tate and Nappy are out. Or excuse me, Barry are out.
So Filer with it, trapped over there, now has to get rid of it. hands it off for Jenkins. Jenkins has it way outside. 5 seconds being counted away. Now he has to back it up, and that'll restart. 4:05 to go. Inside they go. Poisel, good move by Poisel. Make it 51-40. His first 2 of the night, and they couldn't come at a bigger time. That makes it double figures again with 3:56 to go here in the ball game. Remember, Brickhouse Coffee on the historic Harrisonville Square now has app ordering. Go download the Joe app today and get your money. Put your money on the card. Pay for your coffee while you're sitting there getting ready in the morning. Drive up, pull in, run in, grab it, and go. You don't have to pay. It'll already have paid for it. That is the convenience of Brick House Coffee. Also, Cider House Events is going to have a party coming up for Valentine's Day it's going to be in about 5 weeks or so. Have you gotten your Valentine's Day gift, Gary?
Is it the 13th yet?
Exactly. I know how that rolls. So they were going to have a Valentine's dinner at the Cider House. I talked to Jeannie Middaugh today. She wanted to let us know that they were going to have that event, but not a lot of details yet, but she'll get some more details as we go. And as always, go visit them on the square at upcycledsquared.com. You can go up there, Upcycled Squared. They got all kinds of pies, fun stuff. Basically, it's an extension of Upcycled Orchard, but you can't grow apples all year long, so go up to Upcycled Squared. They got some vintage record stuff like that in there. Upcycled Square on the square in Artisans on Wall. It is Upcycled Squared. So we're back to action here. Cats up by 11 with 3:55 to go in this one. Warrensburg with the basketball. Get it out front. It will be Nappy with it. He's going to drive under. He tries a up and under, gets it to Cooper Berry. And Berry's going to try a hook shot. No. Rebound fought for and out of bounds off of Rogers, and it'll stay with Warrensburg with 3:37 to go. 51-40 our score. We didn't really get to it, but what I was saying earlier, Gary, it's such an important game. First conference game, and two teams that a lot probably thought would be kind of favorites going into this conference season or towards the top of the conference. I know a couple other teams that probably would like in that conversation as well. So this is an important game for both sides. And right now the Cats are on top, 51-40 with 3:30 to go here in the fourth. Get it to Filer. Filer's going to try to dribble it in, gets it taken away, and back the other way it goes. And Nemo's got it. Now it's stripped away from him by Filer. Cats got a couple of fouls to give. So that'll be good. So 3:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. 51-40, Cats up by 11. Warrensburg trying to make this a three-possession game again here on this drive. They get it in to Cooper Berry. He tries to go around Rogers and does, but cannot connect. And it goes back to the Cats with an 11-point lead. Now this is a big series here for the Cats. You make this a 5-possession game. I know I'm talking possessions here, but you get it up to 13 or 14 again, under 3 to go. You start making Warrensburg press a lot. So here we go. Cats with it. They get it off for Knowles. They'll give and go. They get it to Rogers in the corner. Brody Rogers trying to back his way in. Now kicks it back up front with 2:45. And now they'll reset things with Jenkins at the timeline. And Jenkins going to start his dribble. And now picks up that dribble and kicks it over for Poisel. Poisel's got it. Hands off for Rogers. Rogers gets it knocked away from him and back the other way. Cats, all they could do was cut clock there. Pitzenbarger puts it in for two. It's 51-42, and it's a 9-point game with 2:15 to go here in the contest. They get it off for Poisel. Wide open Rogers. When you needed the chest pass, you went bounce pass there, but thankfully goes out of bounds off of Warrensburg and stays with the Cats with 2:12 to go. We're going to have a tense, tight 2:12 left in this one.
Something for Warrensburg, number 12, Trevor King.
2:12 to go, 51-42 the score. Cats in front of this one. Looking to get it in. They get it into Poisel. Poisel hands off into the corner for Langer. Back out front they go for George, and George gets tied up, and he'll go to the free throw line. Pitzenbarger thought he had a steal there. Instead, they call a foul.
Warrensburg is third. 18 total to half for the Tigers. Coming back in for Warrensburg, number 14, Jackson Nimmo.
Nimmo checks back in. Key checks out. George at the line for a big front end of a 1-and-1. Free throw left it short. Rebound Warrensburg. Chance to cut this to 7 with a bucket. They hand off glass and good. 51-44. Told you it was going to be an interesting last couple of minutes. Cats are up 7, but Warrensburg with the momentum here. Cats, and now a steal almost, and now the Cats pick it up. They've got numbers, and smartly George pulls it back out, but then gets it stripped, and it's going to go back the other way. Nimmo got it to go. 51-46. 1:29 to go. Cats up by 5. And that pressure of the defense from Warrensburg getting to the Cats here in the last couple of minutes. Poisel back out front. 51-46, 1:15 to go. Wouldn't expect anything less from these two rivals. They kick it over to Knowles, and he goes over the shoulder to grab that one with 1:05 to go. How long before Warrensburg decides to start fouling here? They got one more 1-and-1 opportunity. Back out for George, and they're going to hit George with the foul, and he's going to go to the line. I didn't get to make it to the game at Frontenac, but they won 46-43 in that game at Frontenac. And Jill told me it was a nail biter. We could not hit free throws down the stretch. Well, this is what they're going to have to do right here. This is the last 1-and-1 situation they will have. First free throw, George knocks it to the bottom of the net. Make it 52-46. The next one is the big one. This could make it a 3-possession game with under a minute to go. 52-46. 56.4 to go. Cats in double bonus after this free throw. Free throw no good. It's a 6-point game. And here comes the Tigers. Handed off for Baldwin. He's been their go-to in the second half. Now off for Nappy. He's going to go floater in the paint. A little bit too hard on that one. Gets the rebound. And out of bounds off of Warrensburg, or no, off of Harrisonville with 42.7 to go. Rogers steps back into the contest, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Wanted to go over some of the things that the Chamber of Commerce has going on over the next couple of weeks. Remember, they are getting people together for a trip to Europe. So as they said last Friday, the Chamber of Commerce goes to Europe. I believe they're going to head over to Ireland. So look into Ireland for the Irish Splendor. That is one of the great events they have coming up. Monday Movie Madness was just last week. All kinds of great things going on. And I believe the monthly Chamber Luncheon coming up Thursday, January 16th, 11:45 to 1 o'clock at the Chamber office. The Chamber Luncheon hosted by CBD American Shaman. Just $12 to RSVP. Call 816-380-5271 and sign up. Good networking opportunity for your business. So you're listening to this, you're a entrepreneur, you want to get your business noticed, go to that Chamber Luncheon. It's a great thing, and try to get your business some publicity. They try to go inside, and the Cats are going to get the steal on this one, and they're up by 7. And they get it ahead, and nowhere in particular. Save, though, and that just ran some time off, and it stays 6. It stays at 6 points. They call that on Langer. Heads-up play by Langer, though, as that was a foul to give right there. And they have to reset things now with 30 seconds and a 6-point lead.
And they had some numbers, and so you said it was a good foul.
So here we go. And inside, out they go. Baseline dribble, and that one is just knocked away. And a travel called on.
He didn't get up. That's the thing. If you get up, if you stay down, you're fine.
So 21.7, still a 6-point lead here with 21.7 to go in the game. They get it in for Nimmo, off to Nappy, spinning around the other way, 3-ball, no good. Rebound Rogers, and Rogers is fouled. He'll go to the line. Just knock one of them down, big man, and this will be pretty much all she wrote. But you got to hit one of them. 13.7 to go. 52-46, Harrisonville with the lead. One free throw out of these two for Brody Rogers will pretty much ice this game, make it a 3-possession game with under 15 seconds to go. Back of the rim, no good on the first one. So one more to go here for Brody Rogers. Again, the Cats struggling to hit free throws down the stretch. They are 1 for the last 4 in this last 2 minutes of this contest.
There it is.
And that was the big one right there. Makes it 53-46. And almost all but academic here. So it's been a dogfight in the second half. Warrensburg has come back. They're going to get it in for Baldwin. He's going to push it up, down by 7. Has it outside. They got to have threes, and Baldwin doing a lot of dribbling out there. Nimmo will fire, connect, makes it a 4-point game. So 53-49.
I don't know how you get 2 shots out of 3 seconds, but I'm not.
Still pretty safe at this point. However, it is pretty safe. But and I don't know if they have any timeouts. Do they have any timeouts left?
I lost the timeouts earlier in the game, so I'm kind of I'm not. But Jerry was just saying, and he's right. If they can just get the ball in, you can hold it because you can hold it 3 seconds. Or now they can foul, but then you got to get it down the floor in 3 seconds to get 2 shots off. So
reset things for you here. 3.5 seconds to go. 53-49. Harrisonville is led by as many as 18 in this ball game, and right now with 3.5 seconds to go, there is a 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Cats don't have any fouls to give here, so if they were to foul, they would put Warrensburg on the free throw line, which wouldn't be a bad idea either. But other than that, it's a 4-point game. Cats will have the ball on an inbound here coming up.
And they've only scored 17 points the entire second half. We scored 20 in the first quarter. Remember, we talked about that.
And we talked about you got to play 4 good quarters, and they just haven't quite put that 4 quarters together.
But you got to give it to Warrensburg. They're a good team.
Absolutely. And
I would say that pretty much seals it.
So there's the foul on the hold. They're going to call Nappy on that one. And Jacob Poisel going to go to the free throw line. And no matter what he does here, it's still a 2-possession game. So Poisel at the line for 2. First one, nothing but the bottom of the net. Makes it 54-49. And I believe everybody that's played for the Cats has scored except for Monty Schroeder. 54-49. Second one, no. Barry ahead. 3-ball from the free throw line, no. And the Cats are going to go to 1-0 in the MRBC West with another game on Thursday night against Excelsior Springs. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to be back with your post-game show right after this.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need T-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank. What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
Go where the grammars go, Holland's Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn and Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, add the tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville. Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
Time for seasoning, catering, and events. Professional catering. Let their commitment to excellent, mouth-watering menus and extraordinary service to take your event to the next level. Experienced professionals will guide you through the process. They provide event planning for weddings, private parties, birthdays, conferences, anniversaries, celebrations, and corporate functions. That is Time for Season Catering, one of our great new sponsors. Give Stephanie Eastwood a call today, and she will get you taken care of. And I know firsthand their food is delicious. We had it last Friday at the Chamber function on Friday morning, and we enjoyed every minute of it. We're being joined up here now by Coach Langer after a 54-49 win. Coach, you won't ever apologize for a win, but second half, you guys a couple of times looked like the offense kind of got a little stagnant, but nevertheless, you did get through there, and you got the win in the second half. Defense seemed like it stayed pretty consistent most of the game.
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well defensively, and that was nice that we had that feeling that we're fairly secure on that end, and it allowed us to go through some dips and valleys maybe offensively. But, I thought a couple times Brody just kind of had to bail us out with a good, strong move to the basket, and he finished inside well tonight, and that was a big help for us. And early there in the game, we kind of had that run where we got multiple threes from different people that helped widen the floor out a little bit. And to their credit, I thought they played really hard defensively in the second half and didn't make – there was never an easy pass. They contested everything and made it difficult on us to find much of a rhythm and kind of took us out of anything we were trying to run, so they defended well too.
Well, it's so important. I was just telling Gary this in the fourth quarter. So important, though, That's that first conference win,
Mhm.
and it sets you up there now. Now you can let everybody come kind of chase you, so to speak. But, you guys, I think Warrensburg, a couple of people have talked about maybe, even Oak Grove towards the top of the conference. But good to get that first win, and you go to 1-0 in the conference and start the new year off with a win as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're just playing one possession at a time right now, so I really haven't even given it much thought. And but heck, I don't even half the time right now. I'm not even sure who's a conference team and who's not still. So I'm just kind of learning as we go. But we're happy with any win right now, and certainly a win against the conference champions from last year is a good start. But I think if you're going to compete in a conference, any conference, you got to win at home, and then steal a few on the road. So we get a chance to go steal one Thursday at Excelsior, and hopefully get out to a good start where maybe we can get on the upside of this thing a little bit.
And then offensively, the other thing that we love tonight, 9 of your 10 guys that played scored, and they spread it out. I believe 6 different guys had threes in the ball game as well, and that's a testament to the shooting and the ball movement in the first half. Obviously, going back and looking at film, you'll probably in the second half, you can see guys right there, that one extra pass, we may have had an open look, or some of those shots just didn't fall second half that did in the first half. They rattled in, rattled out type of thing, and they had open looks.
And definitely the first half I thought was the best that we had played as far as making that one more pass where we had a good shot with a guy running at us, but we moved the ball one more time and had a great shot. And, several unselfish plays there. And then second half we still had a couple of those good possessions, like you say. We just missed shots. But there were a couple other times maybe we could have made one more to get a little more secure look because it seems like when we're a little rushed, we're just not quite as good shooting the ball. But we have a lot of weapons from the perimeter, and there's going to come a night sometime this year where, we light somebody up. And I'm hopeful we save that for a big game against that maybe takes us to something important, but we'll see. So.
Well, yeah, and you got a big week of basketball. Yeah, 3 games this week.
Yep.
You get then a week in the gym. I think that week in the gym next week's really going to help you guys. Obviously, with the break, it's kind of discombobulated.
Yep.
You got a couple practice here, a couple practice there, but next week you get that 4 straight days. Then you get a game Friday, and then you go into tournament time after that.
Yeah, I like the way you think because even over the break, one of the things that maybe the only thing that I've been disappointed about with our team is that we have not succeeded in getting everybody to practices very often. And that sounds like, so everybody's just skipping practice? No, that's not the case. But, with different sports finishing up at different times, and then we went through some injuries where guys are out, and we did have some vacations and things over the break where people missed here and there, and we had some optional practices where we missed a kid or two here and there, but to my count, after 36 practices, we've had 2 days where all of our varsity players are at the practice healthy and on the floor at the same time. So there's still times where we're trying to run something and 4 guys out of 5 know our action and the 5th guy doesn't. And unfortunately, a lot of times that one guy kind of messes it up. And so we're still a work in progress, but that's probably our best chance because it's unlikely anybody's going on vacation in the middle of January unless the Chiefs keep winning, I guess. But but hopefully we keep playing well.
Well, like I said, you never apologize for a win. You got a W. You go to 1-0 in conference, 5-3 overall, and get the train rolling with 2 more games this week.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks
thank
a lot.
You. All right.
That is head coach, Coach Langer of the Wildcats. Jeff Langer, our head coach, and he said it best there is, with everything that's been going on, we'll have Gary get his headset on here as we wrap things up this evening. But Gary, he said it best right there is, getting everybody in the gym, with different things going on. Like he said, next week he may have 4 straight days of practice that he's going to be able to get those guys kind of as a well-oiled machine. Coach Frankie Jackson in Butler probably doesn't want to hear that right now, but at the same time, it's good for the Wildcats. So they win, they go to 5-3, they go to 1-0 in conference, which is huge. You get a win on Thursday, like you said, you go up to Excelsior and you can steal a win. You're 2-0 in conference, and then all of a sudden everybody's going, uh-oh, Harrisonville, what's going on up there?
Well, and this is his first year too. So not only are they're trying to get into a situation where they've got everybody in practice. They're able to run plays with everybody there. Number two is they're trying to get used to the coach trying to get used to them. So this is all a work in progress with all the kids coming out of the sports, like you just said. So, Frankie will not be excited about that, especially if they continue to play well like they did in the first half. If they can put 4 quarters together like they did in the first quarter and through the rest of the week and get a full week of healthy, non-sick young men out there on the courts practicing next week, next Friday night will be fun. I mean, I love Frankie. We all love Frankie. However, when it becomes a war, you want to win, and so therefore, obviously, it'll be a test for us and test for him as well.
Absolutely, and that's why he schedules that game, because he's a Class 3 program. He can get his guys better, win or lose in that ball game by facing that competition. So a lot of basketball over the next couple of weeks. We will have Thursday night's game at Excelsior. It'll be right here live on 4Ts.com and 4Ts streaming on YouTube. We will also have Friday night's game up at Belton, barring any random snowstorms that could hit. And then next Friday we will have the game at Butler. The following week is a tournament in Stockton. We've committed to doing the Saturday game if the Wildcats get to the championship game. So no pressure, guys. If you guys can get to the championship game, it would be on that Saturday evening. We would take that game and then check 4Ts. I'm going to post a schedule of the events we're going to have over the next month and a half or so. But Cats get a win. They go to 5-3, 1-0 in the conference.
I want to go down to stats real quick, because everybody wants to hear how everybody did on the team. Brody Rogers led the team with 11. Colby Knowles had 10. Landon George had 9. Brooks Langer had 8. And then you've got Evan Filer with 5. Colby Norris and Bryce Jenkins and Jacob Poisel with 3. And Kenny Atkinson with 2 to round out the 54. And on the other side, they had, Pitzenberger had 13. But then Baldwin really took off in the second half. He had 11, most of those points in the second half. And they had 49. So, obviously, the final score of 54-49, Cats taking it.
And you talk about Baldwin in the second half. He had a lot of those points. Almost was a little bit too unselfish at times, too, because he had some other drives. He had the hot hand, maybe a couple more of those drives like that, and it's a different game late in the game. I always go back. I started thinking about that buzzer beater they had at halftime, too, because that could have become really big even more so down the stretch. But you don't apologize for wins. We just talked about it. I want to thank all of our great sponsors. Another shout-out for Cider House Events. They have a Thanksgiving. Wow, I am way off. They have a Valentine's dinner coming up. They will have more details coming if you go check out Cider House Events on Facebook or on the internet. And you can always visit Upcycled Orchard for pies, fresh foods, all kinds of cool stuff on the square. It's in Artisans on Wall. That is Upcycle Squared. So for Mr. Forschler back there behind the camera with
clean shaven
Santa Claus. Santa Claus decided to that it was getting a little bit too warm in the off season, so Santa Claus is freshly trimmed. So if you see Jerry, you may not recognize him.
Well, and I think Brenda probably is appreciative of it a little bit as well. So,
and I won't say the other thing I would give him a hard time about. But for Jerry Forschler, for Gary Davidson, I'm Chet Grammer saying good night from Harrisonville. We'll see you Thursday night from Excelsior Springs.